G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more Skyrim on our Thorn Brightshield Sword and Board Nord playthrough. Serena's got some funky dance steps going there to the music. When last we left off, Dexon, the moth priest, had blinded himself by looking at the scroll without preparing sufficiently. So now we have to go and do it all ourselves. And so that's what we're going to do. And we had a quick look on the map. And it needs us to go all the way over to here, which coincidentally is really close to home. So it makes sense to come back to there first. I don't recall if I've got anything I need to put away. I can't do anything with that. We have 3 Elder Scrolls? I thought we only had 2. I'm confused now. Oh, I suppose I've got Serena's Elder Scroll as well. For some reason she must have given me that. Okay, yeah, I don't really have anything to drop off except for, you know, a few steel arrows. And that's really it. So, we might as well just head to where we need to go. You may notice up in the corner there, I added a new mod which shows me the time of the day and other relevant information. I'm not really sure that the day, date, you know, day, month, year type thing is all that relevant to this playthrough, but at least having the knowledge of what the time of day is a good thing. Right, so there are a group of bandits just over here at this camp. I know because up there was a mod that I added a while ago, which I've since removed, that added a cabin just up here. Either it added the cabin or it made the cabin habitable by you. No, it's still there. Maybe the cabin's always there, but you can't use it normally. Oh, purloined shadows. Pickpocketing increase. Okay. So, yes. Something sad has gone here. Read note to the authorities. Head talk about the dragons. Didn't believe it until now. One flew by last week. Ever since we've seen him fly back and forth from a nearby mountain peak. My wife thinks we should move away, go somewhere else. I told her that would be nonsense as long as we didn't bother it. It wouldn't bother us. Creature's lair is just south of the hill behind our shack near Bear Cave Mill. Okay, so yeah. As I said, there's a mod which makes this place habitable. I think it removes the burnt corpses as well. There's all the burnt stuff on the walls and everything, but it makes the place habitable. Which, you know, is nice, but not exactly necessary. Oops.
Is that it? Is that your best?
Sure. Where are the rest? There should be more of them. And I'm waiting for Serena to come around. There she is, but she is being chased by more vampires. Yay! Kabloom. Nothing better than exploding vampires. Not clear if that hurts Serena or not, but if it does, well, I'm not too shook up by it. Because while I agree, yes, she's not a bad companion, she's also really not my favourite companion. I mean, I don't know who is my favourite companion. I haven't had that many of them. I saw another bandit-y type person going down the river this way before we came down, and there is something that is nice. And then we've got some guy here throwing spells. You try and thump me, and so help me, I will blow you to smithereens with my sword. G'day, Crossburst, how's it going? I'm doing well, thank you. We are continuing on to this next mission. How far away are we? Not far at all. This feels like it's close to that Serena, or whatever her name was, that gave you archery training. Not that I exactly remember where she was, but I felt like it was around here somewhere. How do we get up there? Certainly hope. Looks like there might be a bit of a switchback trail here, which will lead us up to wherever we're going. Oh, it's a real doozy of a trail. I don't know how my companions are going to make this, but I might just wait here until they do. There they go. You're the only important one, Serena. If the other one fails, well, so be it. Ancestor Glade discovered. So, there is a cave. I'm positive I have located this in a previous playthrough. There is an ice wolf pelt. I mean, I know it's prompting me to go inside the cave, but I'm just curious as because we're supposed to be finding a draw knife. And so I'm curious as to whether the draw knife is out here or in there. Oh, the scavengers. Cool. I might have to try that out again now with scavengers. I mean, not that it would really change that much how I played the game. Let's put the blade away for the moment and just assume that it's non-hostile.
If this ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexian and I are gonna have some words when we get back.
And you'll be able to beat him easily because he's now blind, even though he carries a sword. So far, so strange. I'm assuming these are the ancestor moths.
Any other place like it?
Might as well follow the trail down. Oh wow, it's a draw knife that actually looks like a draw knife. Gather bark from a canticle tree. So obviously there's a few of them in here because I've got little indicators all over the place. Let's just follow this one that's pretty much, well, it was pretty much straight ahead. I'm going to assume this isn't a canticle tree, but I'm going to assume that that one there just might be, because it looks different enough. Well, here we go. This is an easy one to get to. Well, it would be if there wasn't some strange thing going on here. Harvest canticle bark. So how am I supposed to attract the moths? I feel like, oh,
They've definitely taken a liking to
so I think I just have to go to each of the different groups of moths that I see and assume that that's going to help attract more to me. The problem being, I think, that the more moths that are floating around me, the harder it's going to be to see in the distance more groups of moths to attract. So that's 4. There's another group here. That's 5. Let's see if there's any more back. Here's another group. 6. Pretty sure there was a group up this way previously when we came through. There we go. 7. So now we need, I'm assuming we need,
what we were waiting for.
enter the column of light and read the Elder Scroll Blood. Elder Scroll Blood. There we go. Okay, so this appears to be a map. I'm assuming the original blue stuff are rivers, and then we've got this ram's horn thing down there and another thing up there. Okay.
Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow. I never trusted those damn scrolls. Who knows what those things could have done to you? Just look at Dexian. What about Oriel's bow? Do you know where we can find it? Then it's almost over. We can finally put an end to this ridiculous prophecy. Where is this Darkfall Cave? Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down. Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one. Oriel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy.
It's nothing.
Right, so I guess they found us, and I really shouldn't have stopped to talk. I mean, it was nice that that gargoyle couldn't actually do any damage to us while I was talking to her, but that was a weird little thing. Concerned that there may be more of them. What's going on? Any more? Well, regardless if there are any more or not, I want to loot bodies. We all know what I'm like. Of course, that may change very soon, because the next playthrough that I do, I am not going to be looting very much at all, or I'm going to try and limit my looting a bit. That's right, you've got to go over this, don't you? Well, you don't have to, you can just jump down there and exit this way. Okay, so where is this location we need to go? It's up over here, Darkfall Cave. So I suppose the best place to go to get there at the moment is probably Dragon Bridge. So let's do that. So which direction do we need to go? We need to go west. We need to go this way out of town. This doesn't really feel right. Because it's not. We actually need to be going that way. Is there a way to get up there from here? Sort of. This is not the main road though. Where is the main road? Well, this is a path. Because it really isn't a main road anymore. I feel like we came this way to go somewhere else. Maybe I'm thinking of something else entirely. How's the enchantments on the sword going? Perfectly fine. Let's not muck around. We have a long way to go. Yeah, I know, I'm a loot fiend. But in my next playthrough, as I have been talking about, I am definitely looking at a sort of a speed run, not using where are the other two? They're coming out of the cave. A speed run not using lockpicking. Well, not necessarily. Like, I don't see it being a huge speed run. Oh. Once again. So I don't see it being a huge speed run. Alright? I am going to do the main quest line, and probably only the main quest line, unless I start finding that it's obvious my level isn't high enough to complete the quests. In which case, I will then do some side quests, get my levels up, etc., etc. No big deal. But I was talking yesterday and saying how I wanted to do a run where I didn't use alchemy, I didn't use enchanting, I didn't use smithing, and I don't use lockpicking. But I'm thinking about just doing half of that and not doing alchemy and not doing lockpicking. Oh man, again? That's only cure poison. So I've got vampirism again. I need to find a location here somewhere that I can fast travel to and from. Let's see if I can find where this little dungeon is that's marked on my HUD over here. If I can find this dungeon entrance, I can use that as a fast travel marker. And, oh, well, it would be this camp.
I knew I heard something. Damn you!
Forsaken camp.
I knew I heard something.
There we go. That's going to be mostly dead when we get there.
Done and done.
Is this marked on the map? Good, it is. And there's no more of these vicious little sods. I'm sorry, I don't like the Forsworn. I really don't. I mean, I understand that they're fighting to get back land that they think was theirs, but there are better ways to do it than attacking every single person that you see. Like, you come anywhere near a Forsworn camp and that's it, we're going to rip you apart. It's funny, I've talked about doing this run where I don't do lockpicking, and so I'm already, in this playthrough, reluctant to pick locks. And I'm looking at it and going, well, why? I'm not doing that run yet. But yeah, I've thought about the run where I don't do alchemy, smithing, enchanting, or lockpicking. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back to the house and use one of the shrines in the basement to get rid of this vampirism. So yeah, get rid of alchemy, enchanting, smithing, and lockpicking, and try the run. And then I've thought about it and gone, might be best first of all. Like there is no, like I don't remember anything from the main game, the main playthrough that I did of the, the main campaign. Wrong. I'm going to this. I don't remember anything from that. There we go. Oh, actually, I want to change something in the mods. So in this mod, I want to turn that timer down to 0. There we go. That might actually help, because that shows all active effects. So if I was to drink a potion that lasts for a while, if it lasts for more than 30 seconds, if it lasts for more than 180 seconds, it wasn't being shown. That shows them all. So yeah, I've thought about it, trying to not do alchemy, enchanting, smithing, and loot and lockpicking, and that might be a little bit ambitious in one go. And so what I'm actually thinking is the better option is alchemy is not necessary at all in the game. You can get by without doing it just by buying whatever potions you want to use, and that's all fine. I don't have an issue with that. In fact, I think that's good. And so I'm thinking about just doing alchemy and lockpicking are the two things that I won't do in the playthrough. And that's going to be a little bit hard for me because there's two things that I've gotten used to doing in this game. One, it's being a loot goblin and taking absolutely everything I find. And two, like I just did there, which I had no real need to. And two, is I have gotten used to using alchemy to make a crap ton of money to make sure that I can always do whatever I want to do. And we are getting attacked by a dragon. Are you actually going to fight, or are you just showing off in some way? Because if you're going to fight, I'm ready. You coming at me, bro, or not? And Serena's pushing me to get a move on. That's not what I wanted to do. Another dragon graveyard here. Or grave. Tomb. Tomb. Tomb is the word I was looking for there. So yeah, I think this next run that I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to do it pretty much as soon as this... Oh, look. We've got Stormcloaks and Imperials fighting each other. I think the next run that I'm going to do, which I may do as soon as I finish the Dawn Guard missions... Oh, and there's a couple of saber cats down there. Yeah, it's going to be this run. It's going to be this no alchemy, no lockpicking run of the main campaign. And it's really an experiment to find out, is it possible? What is that effect? Up on the right, up on the very top right-hand corner of the screen is a thing that's slowly working its way down, and I'm trying to work out what that effect is. Let's have a look. That is probably the fortified block that I've got on. So that's going to be there for quite a while. Other ones will show up and they will have little icons on them indicating what they might be. For example, if there's something that is regenerating health, it has a little cross. Where'd the other one go? Is he still down there? And then there's a fox here. Poor little fox. Okay. So yeah, in my run, which I do with no alchemy, no lockpicking, if I'm not doing lockpicking, there's really, there's not as much of a need to loot absolutely everything. Well, I mean, there is in a way, because I'm not going to be able to get anything out of any locked chests. So I probably need to make sure that I loot everything else as much as possible. Okay, now I know why this is called Darkfall Cave. And even that isn't helping all that much. Wow, and they've got torches here, but they're not casting much light either. This is what some of the caves... This is more like what caves generally should be. The only problem is, when you look at them and go, why is there a torch here? Particularly when you look at all of these caves that have been lit. And I've mentioned this in other things weeks ago, I think. But you walk into one of these caves and it's all lit up. Take Darkfall's Barrow, for example. Now, the first part of that cave, you can go, yep, bandits have been using it. That's why there are torches and lanterns and other light sources around. Yep, sure. I don't have a problem with that. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the rest of the cave also. That is a door. Is there some way to open that? Stop pushing me, Serena. I'm looking for a chain or a lever or a switch or something to open that door. And there doesn't appear to be one out here. Nor does there appear to be anything out here, which suggests that's our way out. Yeah, you're going through a dungeon though, and there's all these lights around, and you go through the second half of Bleak Falls Barrow, and it's just a dungeon with all these Draugr in it, and you go, how are there lights still working in here when all there are Draugr wandering around? Why do the Draugr need lights? Are the Draugr really going around and making sure that these lights still work? I don't think so. Now, I've got no problems going down into, for example, what's it called? The Dwemer Stronghold I had to go down into to get we are sort of lost here. The Dwemer Stronghold I had to go in to get the first of to get the dragon. What's the name? It's called Dark something. I can't think what it is. But anyway, Darkhold maybe, whatever it's called. That being lit up, I have no problems with that because that's Dwemer. If someone wants to have a place all lit up thanks to magic, yeah, they can do that. Not a problem at all. But so many of these places that are just lit by mundane sources, I don't know. Doesn't make a lot of sense. The I don't know I just said, though, was about that. Because I pretty much knew that there had to be something Oh, and then the game crashes. What fun. Yeah, well, g'day, Bulldog. My thought on it though is I would prefer to have it that there is some sort of magical light source, right? Like, and I don't care what it looks like, but it's something that looks obviously magical, that is keeping the dungeons lit. If that's what it was, lighting up all these dungeons, I'd be more than happy. I would just accept it and go, yep, sure. They're lit up because it's magic. Great. Let's move on. But it's all the torches and lanterns and stuff that sit there. We're going to do all this again. All the torches and lanterns and such that just sit there on the walls in places like this where it's obvious no man has been for a very long time. And we're just supposed to accept that that's just the way it is. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. But then I'm a very logical person, so I get annoyed when things are not logical. So all they have to do is make them a little bit logical, and I'll be happy with it. Right, so we go across this bridge for the first time, which is perfectly fine and dandy, and I don't really think I need this all, so I'm not going to bother doing it all again. Let's get to here, let's quick save, let's go across this again, and it breaks the second time. We fall. Come through all of this. The spiders come with us. We get pushed down this way. Get through here. I get over to here. Ready to face the spiders. Where'd the other one go? That's two. Oh, there's a third one just there. Are you coming down or not? Well, now. I'm not even going to bother searching them because I don't even use the frost spider venom for anything.
I knew I heard something.
More of them.
Done and done.
Oh, that's your thrall. Onward. More spiders.
Do you need something?
Yeah, I need you to get out of my way, because now I'm stuck in a goddamn frost spider. Because you decided to walk too damn close to me while I was trying to search a skeleton. Gonna quick save there. God damn. Oh, good. If I can jump. There we go. Maybe. Not quite. Oh, God damn it, Serena. Oh. That's the problem. Her bloody familiar in the way, or thrall or whatever it's called, in the way. Is she stuck in there with it? Oh no, she's just trying to catch up to me because I jump around a lot and that doesn't sit well with her. Grab some more torches.
Why would anyone want to set up camp here?
Let's see. Why would anyone want to set up camp here? Sister, I know that you'll come find me, but it will be too late. If you find this letter, get out of this forsaken cave as soon as possible. We were fools to think we could live so close to such creatures and live peacefully. I should have headed back to camp with you after we placed the torches down here. I thought these trolls would be different, that they would somehow understand that we didn't want to hurt them. I am now cornered, and it's only a matter of time before one of the trolls decides to finish me off. I hope it is a quick death. Farewell, my dear sister. Okay. So there are trolls around here, which we probably would have known by the troll skull. What's in the satchel? Just some more gold. So that's a little lean-to. I don't know. I feel like the way onward is down, not up. But I also feel like I want to just come up this way a little bit. And I might leave that torch there. Because it feels like this... That's why I wanted to leave that torch there, because I've only got limited torches on myself. And they only last a certain amount of time. Because I feel like this should connect up, and it does, with everything else. I don't... Oh, I'll sort of jump up that way, and I think you get to where we were. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. Sort of another way out if we need it. Yeah, Meridia's beam going through the dungeon was one way, but I mean, even just like replace that torch with some little glowing gem stuck on the wall or something, you know, or something that is obviously like a blue magical flame in a brazier. Anything like that. That, I mean, this has been, this one's okay because it's been explained away. There was a note right there saying that this woman, and I'm assuming she has a partner somewhere around here as well, probably further down the tunnel here near the trolls, they have obviously explored this cave and put all the torches on the walls. But even that, these torches work for, I think it's 4 minutes of real time. And I don't know if anyone heard that, but that was thunder in the background for me. Oh. I don't know if I'm still working properly or not. We've been forecast thunderstorms. Oh yeah, looks like we're still going. We've been forecast big bad thunderstorms here today, and that shouldn't affect too much. Oh, it was up there. I should have looked around a little bit before I tripped that. Yeah, the thunderstorms shouldn't affect me too much, except maybe a little bit of noise. But we'll have to see. I just don't know. It is possible that we might lose connection if they're bad enough. Okay, torch isn't really throwing all that much light at all at the moment. Is that way or there's that way? No, ultimately, I think that way is the way to go. So let's just go that way, shall we? Unless it ends up in... It does sort of end up in a dead end, so we have to keep going this way. Okay. So I know this is all pretty dark for you guys, but it's even darker for me. Maybe it's not that way around. Maybe it is darker for you, but it is still very dark for me. I'm also keeping an ear out for trolls. I haven't seen any yet, but they were talking about trolls. No, I don't. But then again, I'm not some... Oh, there's a troll. Don't know if you can see that through the mist, but I certainly can. I don't know what those guys were worried about. It's just a couple of trolls, for crying out loud. Another torch. Blood-soaked chest. And we have to keep going. Quick save because it's been a while. Okay, this is interesting. I don't know.
Come forward. You have nothing to fear here.
Oh, the snow elf.
I am Knight Paladin Gelabor. Welcome to the great chantry of Oriel.
This cave is a temple to Oriel.
Oriel, Alkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the Snow Elves. I prefer Snow Elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the Betrayed.
Imagine you know why we're here.
Of course. You're here for Oriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance. I need you to kill Archcurate Vertha, my brother.
Why?
The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the Betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Oriel would allow this to happen.
What did the Betrayed do? Excuse me, my chair's a bit uncomfortable. There we go. That's better.
They swept into the chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause. The chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the Betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum, where I believe they corrupted Vertha.
You don't even know if he's alive?
He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting. Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Oriel, and an assault on the Betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death. Yes, let me show you. This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Oriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center signify?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the way shrine's center and proceed to the next way shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long would they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the arch-curate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples so we can kill your brother and claim Oriel's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the initiate's footsteps and traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment. There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the chantry.
Okay, that's a relief, because I really expected there to be like 16.
Caves? Oh no. The chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the initiate's ewer. Once you've located a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened. This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey.
This is not good. Looks like my connection's going a bit spotty at times.
Questions? They're ghosts of the snow elf priests that tended the way shrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Oriel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties. I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum. This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the Snow Elf people worshipped Oriel. The chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wish to become enlightened. Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Ciribane, Yffrey, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the chantry and its way shrines. Oh yes, they were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here. This is, or was, the epicenter.
No,
the chantry was constructed our empire, but those temples paled. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost. This is.
Oh, come on.
Our empire, but those temples paled.
I hate when the game does this.
They represent. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders. We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home. In a manner of speaking, we had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price: the blinding of our race. There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarves' bargain. I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin, certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become. The Chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene. Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the lords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people. Yes, they swarmed the Chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assume that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum. Verther and myself are the only two snow elves that remain.
Okay.
May Oriel keep you free from harm.
So now we have the Initiate's Ewer. So I thought we were supposed to do something with it. Let's just try that.
Wasn't as unpleasant as I thought it would be.
Oh, those little glowing plant things just sucked back into their tubes when we got too close. That was the noise that I heard. Which may be because they don't like the light. Nope, they don't like me. They don't like people getting too close. Uh-huh. Or things like this to light the way, or even like those things. That's the sort of stuff that I like in tunnels. Come on, man. Oh, that's encouraging. Survive Darkfall Passage. That's all we've got to do. I was wondering why there was, like, no... There was no, quest marker as to where we were supposed to go. Let's just try surviving this, and let's ignore all of the... Ignore all of the rest of the loot. And let's just follow the quest and try and survive. And it is spot on. I get frame drops every time.
I knew I would.
Oh. God damn.
That'll teach you.
Every time there's a thunderclap, I lose frames for a little bit.
They must be that.
So I hope the stream doesn't die. But yeah, it's a thing. It's not a very good thing, but it's happening. I find it rather bizarre actually, because my internet's usually pretty good. Let's just... Got more baddies. Well, we got... Get out of the way, you stupid bug. Is that everybody? No. Baddies over that way somewhere. Back me into a corner, sorry. How am I going to get up over this way? Oh, I could have done it just there. Right. Looks like my only option is just to... if this is the way I'm supposed to go, but it's the way I'm going. Oh, this was... No? Oh, this is the way I'm supposed to go. Okay. So we're going round in circles. So hang on then. Okay, now I see the way forward. Hello there. Oh, it's a trapped chest. Because of course it is. Because of course I'm stupid enough to, for once, not look before I open it. This looks like fun. What is that? Gotta keep reloading to keep the chat up. What am I doing? I wanted to quickly. Oh, so that. Yeah, that map doesn't help at all. That one is dead already. You happy you got your little pet? 'Cause I certainly am not. Right. Elven Bow of Expelling. Oh, it's a tripwire. Which I should have paid more attention to. And there's tripwires all around that chest as well. Ah, damn it.
That'll teach you.
Yeah, I'm with you. Someone the other day said that they really liked her as a follower. But I don't. And it's not so much like it's not I don't know what it is about. Well, I know what it is about her. It's it really is just the her summoning. Actually, not even summoning. If it was all she was doing was summoning stuff, I would not have a problem with it. It's the necromancy that I have the problem with. Because she's raising up joy. She's raising up enemies that we've just killed, and I see them out of the corner of my eye, and it's like, what the hell? And I start swinging, that aggroes them, and I have to end up killing them. That's what annoys me the most about her. She does have a tendency to get in your face a bit as well, and I don't know if that's specifically just her as a follower, but I don't really feel like some of the other followers are quite... And it's funny, when we're not in combat, when we're not in a dungeon situation, she's always so far behind that I'm concerned that she's not actually following me. And then we'll be in a dungeon situation like this, and she'll be so far up my clacker that she's always getting in the way. Elven Sword and Shield. Darkfall Passage Note 2. Strange why the curse have set up so many traps near this stone barrier. Going to rest for a bit, not take any chances. They set up those traps for a reason. I'm not about to go rushing in to find out why. Just going to sit here and regain my strength and possibly try and use these traps to my advantage. Okay, so that's interesting. But what's even more What the hell is that? Because that is not a normal saber-tooth. Okay, so what we want to do is whatever that guy is, we want to lure him in and then kill him like that. A Veil Saber Cat. Okay, so that was incredibly easy. Do you want to hurry up and come through so I can test this other cable to make... No, I guess I won't test it. I'm assuming that's what it was going to do, was just attack as you come through. Oh no, that closes the door. Okay, well that's fine. Close that door. Not going to complain too much there. Let's come over this way maybe.
Are you seeing this?
Yeah, it's some interesting stuff, all right. But not really clear where I'm supposed to go from here. I'd love a HUD marker, I really would. I mean, I know it sort of looks like there's only one way to go. Here's something interesting. Going to reset my torch. Torches only last a few minutes in game, apparently. And if you put them away and open them back up again, put the torch away and get it back out again, it sort of resets it apparently. But that also may be something that's only a that's fixed by the bug mod that I've got. That looks like some sort of antelope or deer down there. See? Running over there. Yeah, sorry guys. I may have to stop streaming. It's actually really strange because the storm... I think the storm is sort of mostly passing over. Let me see if I can find some information about it. Heavy thunderstorms. What time is it? Yeah, hope it doesn't, so there goes the thunder again. Everything's looking okay for the moment, but don't know. So there's a path around that way, and there's a path over this way. It's not really clear which way I should be going. Oh, hello there. Oh. Serena, you have a veil deer now. Don't know where you found a dead one, but you decided that you had to resurrect it. Isn't that nice? Looks like this is the only way to go, so let's push onwards and upwards. Ah, there we go, another way shrine. Oh god, look at that. I just refreshed the chat and it crashed again.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Illumination. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Oriel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
Yep.
Then behold Oriel's gift, my child. May it light your path as you seek tranquility within the inner sanctum.
Portal to Forgotten Vale. sort of assume we've got to get down at some point, but
Bow has to be in this valley somewhere.
well, there are a number of marks on the map of places we need to go to. Cross troll. Come get some.
Done and done.
I don't know what's going on with these map markers because they don't really, like this one back here, maybe that's pointing at something else, I don't know. But we've got one that says, one that says directly west. Got this one over here. Weird to see Falmer above the ground, that's for sure. Okay, doesn't really look like we can go that way, but there must be a way through, so let's come over this side.
Done and done.
I see something lit up over there. So I'm going to assume that's something else we've got to see. And here comes another one of these Veil saber cats. No, it was just a deer.
Welcome, Initiate. This is the Way Shrine of Sight. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Oriel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment? Then behold Oriel's gift, my child. May it speed your journey to the inner sanctum. light guide you in your darkest hours.
Right, I don't understand what happened there. Because that's... Why would that lead us back into the Underdark, or whatever it's called? When I feel like the other ones that we had to do were back up here. And then we have to take on one of these things again. No? Does this take me around to that other one quicker? I wonder. Silver ore. No, it doesn't feel like this is any quicker. So we don't have that quest marker over that way anymore, which is nice. So if we follow this path again and go back up through those couple, where was the last? The one that we went to just before. Is it over there? Yeah, I think that's the little light over there. So let's continue this way, maybe? This doesn't feel right. Let's see where it goes. One, didn't you? Unknown Book, Volume 1. Bring Ancient Falmer Tome to Oriel Shrub. Okay, so that's the librarian at the Mage's College. Not that. Another guy just up here.
You've reached the Way Shrine of Learning, Initiate. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Oriel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
Yep.
Oriel bless you, child, for you are a step closer to the inner sanctum and everlasting wisdom.
Which way is this going to open up this time? It's going to make it easy for me this time. And where does this go? Back to Darkfall Passage. I don't feel like that's... where we need to be, but maybe we do, because this is... I mean, that's the only thing we're tracking is that one quest. So maybe there's more underground. Oh, aha. Portal to the Shrine of Learning. Portal to the Shrine of Sight. Portal to the Forgotten Vale. Okay, that's interesting. But there's no more markers here.
May Oriel's brilliance illuminate your path.
Okay, there might be one in this direction. So let's go this way. What the hell is that? I think I might just leave him alone. No idea what it is. It is definitely not a frost troll. Maybe it's a frost giant. Yeah, I don't know that you've got all that much delay, really, Borg. Up there. How do we get up to it? This way. interesting. Falmer camped down there, and I saw one over there a minute ago, or a second ago. Definitely wasn't a minute ago.
You've arrived at the Way Shrine of Resolution. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Oriel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
Why don't I get an option to say no?
Then go forth, child. May the enrichment of Oriel strengthen your resolve as you undertake your journey to the inner sanctum.
Oh, just casually throw it behind you. Very impressive. Very impressive. Okay, so we got back to the Darkfall. Shrine of Learning. Shrine of Sight. I don't know. I think I just want to keep going in this direction. There's another something over that way. Oh, it's a broken rock. I thought it was a hut of some sort. Nothing else on the map except whatever that is, and I can't get to it from here by the looks of it, so I may need to go back. That looks interesting, whatever the hell that is. So basically to the west, is that right? Yeah, so I may need to go back to one... Ooh, look at that. And that's interesting as well. Let's go back to this one and see if going through one of the other doors brings us back closer to this last thing that we have to go through. Ooh. Damn it, Serena. I liked it better when you were a million miles away when we were doing things, not when you're right up my clacker like that all the time. And I haven't saved in the longest time, and I really should. Look at that. Look up. Seriously? Okay, so it's got to be over this way where I saw the Falmer. Is there a way? Yeah, it's got to be this way to get around there to that thing, whatever it is that we're going to. Can't say that this really feels right. sure this is not the right way to do this. It does look like there's a trail there coming down, but I don't know how I got over to that. Okay, so are there any Falmer in here? There are not. There's some stuff I can steal.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, is there more of them? Oh, look at that. Where are they shooting arrows from? Is it up there? It is. Okay, so we make our way up here. Come across here. Just casually ignoring any arrows they lob our way. Because they're not going to do that much damage with arrows. Oh, and then we got one over there. Okay. Just a moment, I'm getting to you, alright? I'm trying to find out how to get to you. I have to go in this cave here. I feel like oh no. No, I don't need to go in the cave. I've got to come down this way. One just fell off. Well, we just got a magic potion. Why don't we use it? Yes, there was another one there. Goodbye. No idea where Serena is. But feel like I'm going in the right direction, so who cares? Where the hell did you come from? So, we got to go through another cavern. Glacial crevice. Has anyone ever heard of hypothermia? I don't know that he's much more of a problem because he's down there in the middle of nowhere. But I guess if he's going to be a problem, if he doesn't drown trying to swim around, you can find a way to zap him with a lightning bolt. Is he going to make it? We've got living Falmer to worry about. Okay. Oops. That's not good. Okay. Looks like I'm doing a Falmer. Can't attack him underwater. Don't know how he's surviving, but... Goodbye. Fall off a cliff. Well, it doesn't need me to make fires to keep warm in this, so I don't know why. I mean, apart from the fact that I'm a Nord, and maybe it's not a problem for me as a Nord. Just wait here. Actually, I'm going to get a drink. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's go. Maybe if I don't watch her, she'll actually catch up to me. And I just turn around and she's... See? I turn around and she's suddenly behind me. I think if she's not in render distance, the computer will go, oh, I know. Let's just move her to a spot where she can progress if she's stuck. Okay, so I've got another trap here, which... Goodbye. I see you up there. Did that one we knocked down come back up or something? this side. Who's there? It's the Falmer. That's who's there. Some minor healing in it. Quick save again. Ah, okay. I'm just going to assume she just gored herself.
There. I knew I
Through the gate or down? Through the gate. Through the gate. Turns out I have to go down, I'll go down. But for now, through the gate to... Oh, there's a way up here. I hope I haven't just gotten turned around and I'm going back the way I came from, but it's generally pointing me in the direction that I want to go, and there's live enemies in front of me, so... Indeed. What the hell? I was going to say, what the hell is that? I'll be happy when I can get away from all these rickety bridges and so forth. Is that your... It is your Falmer. Okay. Let's quick save. Listen, undead Falmer boy, don't take my kills. Forgotten Vale, isn't that where we started? Is that the only one? That's the only marker left, so over this way somewhere. Oh look, we got a whole bunch of little traps. Damn it. Sorry, Serena, but you keep doing that. You keep raising those guys up. I'm going to keep mistaking them for enemies and killing them. Dead. Yeah, I'll take those potions. Thank you very much. Anything else of interest in here while I get this archer over here? Oh, Serena's already on the case, but I'll just grab him and stab him through the chest. Thank you, Serena. I was going to move forward, but you decided to press the issue, as it were. Whoa, so close to dying there. Goodbye. Oh man, I got wiped out again. Weak poison. Unknown book. So I'm not sure where we go from here. I guess we come down. Let me go through here. And we come up here. That's a Falmer toilet. These, I've said it again and again that these guys are a bit weird. In that there's a number of places in the game where you can point out that what they have put into the game are essentially toilets. So many ore veins I could have gotten throughout here. Some of them rather exotic. Right in the middle of a damn Falmer. Which isn't surprising, really. What the hell is that over there? It's not that surprising.
You found the Way Shrine of Radiance, Initiate. Are you prepared to honor the mantras of Oriel and fill your vessel with his enlightenment?
No.
May the blessings of Oriel protect you as you climb the road to the inner sanctum and final enlightenment.
No fan of the sun, but it would be better than this.
Yeah, I thought I had to go this way. Let's do a full save, because it's been a little while. Yeah, I was saying it's actually not that surprising to see so many Falmer around this, because this is, after all, the remains of the Snow Elf Empire.
By the blood.
And then I'm assuming... No?
The bow has to be in
Okay, I thought I had to fill that up with the water that I gained, but... doesn't appear to be. So let's assume that we have to come up into here then. Ah, there we go. Pour the water into that basin. Oh, and look, it flows down, fills this up, which somehow unlocks the door. Really? Don't they have a toilet? I haven't actually looked around High Hrothgar to see if there's a toilet. But, oh, there's any number of places that I can point out where... Okay, Embershard Mine. There's actually 2 toilets in Embershard's Mine. If you think of it, you're going along and... you come out into that first cavern, which has got the T-shaped bridge on it that you have to go around and open up the lever to get it to drop down. You go along the bridge that just drops down, and you come around and you've got that hairpin where there's the guards sitting in front of the gate. So there's 2 gates there. There's one gate on the right, which has the storage room in it, and there's a second gate on the left. That gate on the left has a small... room in there, and there is a bucket in there. So that's the first toilet, right? And then you come out and you go down the corridor a little bit further, and there's that second big cavern with the ramp that goes down to the smithy. Just before that ramp that goes down to the smithy is 2 little areas, one which has got a couple of beds on the floor and a table with some coins on it, and then there's a bit of a wall, and then there's a second little divot, and there's a platform with a hole in it. That's the second toilet. Most of the inns don't have obvious toilets, but there will be a bowl or a bucket somewhere in most of those rooms that you have, which is your chamber pot that you use. Oh wow, I can take that resist cold potion. So yeah, it's just interesting that...
Who's there?
That's Serena's skeleton. Leave it alone. So yeah, there's no... the whole toilet thing, there's no really obvious toilets around, but they are actually there in most cases. There are various things which... pans, buckets, pots, things like that. They're all set up to be chamber pots, whatever you want to call them. mean, they're not obvious toilets as we know them. Am I carrying too much? Wow, I finally am. I haven't even really been gathering a lot of stuff. Forsworn armor is actually really good money. Is there any really crap weapons? Falmer bows are actually worth quite a bit. Falmer swords aren't too bad either, but I'm going to drop both of those and that. Forsworn bows are worth a bit. That iron mace, those iron swords, that is not worth it. Most of the steel stuff is not... some of the steel stuff is pretty pathetic. I'll keep the steel daggers. I'll keep the steel battle axe for now. I'll get rid of those iron daggers. They're not worth that much. What about armor? Falmer shield is not worth anything. Elven shields are. Fur armor. No, I'll get rid of all that. Hide armor is sort of worth it. Iron boots and shields are not. Leather boots are. Steel armor sort of is. Steel shield, yeah, that is. Studded armor is, but I feel like throwing it away because I don't really care about it. What do we got here? Is there anything here that I can drink now that's actually... No, not really. Ooh, can't even read that. It's in some secret language. Yeah, the draw knife, thankfully, oh, it does actually weigh a bit, but it's not worth anything. Not sure if I can drop it or not. Is there anything here that is really just absolute junk that I don't want? No, I do sort of want it all. But that in itself has freed up a lot. So that is good. Nothing actually in there to worry about. I'm sure most of these guys are actually going to come back to life. Some point. Whether I take things from their hands or not, but if I can... Potion of True Shot next to one of the stalls. Yeah, that makes sense. You're not going to wake up, even though I just took your silver no. Activate the altar. I feel like activating the altar is going to wake all these guys up. What was that? Oh, that was your skeleton just disappearing. Rightio. Is there anything else that I can take off these guys and potentially wake them up? I sort of feel like picking up most of this stuff is going to eventually cause some of them to wake up, possibly. No. So there's I can activate the Shrine of Oriel here, or I can activate this over here. That was interesting. What happens when I activate the shrine? It's just quick save in case I decide that I didn't want to activate the shrine. Sort of figure that's gonna... I sort of figured that was gonna wake everybody up. Or I should say thaw everybody out. Have I have checked everybody. So there's sort of a door here. With more frozen guys. Yeah, I don't know. And you don't have anything. 6 gold. What's that? Conjure flame, Atrorock. Command Daedra? No, just take it. Don't read it. They don't have anything I want on them. You don't seem to be carrying anything. Oh, you've got a Staff of Ice Spikes. These guys are so easy to kill. What have you got? I know what you're talking about, done and done. I'm the one who's dunning everything. Elven War Axe. No. Take that, and you don't come apart. Or you don't come awake. Dun, 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 dun. What is that? Circlet of water breathing. I have no idea if this is a good idea. This doesn't feel like it is. Although it does, so it is pointing in the right direction, but I feel like I'm missing so much that I opened up in here that I didn't actually do. If I go back out to the main area, so because all of this was just down a door in a side passage. This wasn't even the main area. So like we opened up this around here, which I haven't investigated at all yet. Oh, joy, we get the Frost Giant. More giant toe. What happens when I activate that? Nothing. Elven Gilded Armor of Extreme Restoration. positive I saw. Oh, I was saying search that skeleton, I think. Okay, one more time. Let's have a look at this. Don't have the required item. Do I need to have that jug with me all the time to open up all those altars? Can I? Okay, what's the blessing of Oriel? Oh, of course, fortify marksman. Of course it is. Let's see where we can go with this. Is there going to be another one? I don't need to. I was going to say, is there going to be another one back here that I have to use, but... well... sure it didn't open up something else. Okay, so nothing else around here. So to open this up, you got to stand like that. Through the door a little bit. Come on. Hurry up. And then it looks like this is the way to go. Was there anything over here? Where this light is? Okay, so there was that door there. We went out that way, but I don't know that we've gone through this door either. So what's through here? Well, maybe we have. They connect up. We have. We've been through here. We've seen all of that. So it is time to move on. Very good. Jolly good, tally-ho, pip-pip, and all that rot. It's time to move on, except we forgot to search this little nook, which had a few things in it. We searched this room already. We went through here. We found all of this. There's no more little altar pedestal-y things to put stuff on. So we go out this way. To Orioles Chapel. And yeah, you almost become distracted that where am I going? I'm just... But it's Orioles Chapel is where we needed to go. And there's nothing in there. Because we need to find this other snow elf. And work out... Okay, so is that him sitting up there, is it? Let's just have a quick... around. There's a lot of bad guys here. If he wakes them all up somehow, we're in deep, deep doo-doo.
Did you really come here expecting to claim Oriel's bow? You've done exactly as I predicted, and brought your fetching companion to me.
Wait, is he talking about me?
Which, I'm sorry to say, means your usefulness is at an end.
I don't think my sword has any more charges in it. It does not. Can I charge it up? Much better.
Where'd you...
An impressive display, but a wasted effort. You delay nothing but your own death. This has gone on long enough.
Where'd you come from?
Extreme stamina. I got a level in the middle of all that. I really should use it. It is so tempting. I think I need more stamina, but it was so tempting to add more health. Now, really want to think carefully about this. I'm not at the point where I can use smithing. Heavy armor, I'm at 75, which I can take matching set, which will give me a much better armor. Block of 59, I can't go next point in there, and I don't think... Oh, elemental protection I can take. I can't take disarming bash. One-handed of 83. That actually requires... I'm going to take that. So I've got 5 out of 5 in armsman. So that gets my sword as powerful as it can be.
Are you alright? Come on, we can do this. I know we can. He's up there on the balcony. Come on.
It won't let me take out my sword. for some strange reason.
Enough, Werther. Give us the bow.
How dare you? I was the arch-curate of Oriel, girl. I had the ears of a god.
Until the betrayed corrupted you. Yes, we've heard this sad story.
Gelibor and his kind are easily manipulated fools. Look into my eyes, Serana. You tell me what I am.
You're a vampire? But Oriel should have protected you.
The moment I was infected by one of my own initiates, Oriel turned his back on me. I swore I'd have my revenge, no matter what the cost.
You want to take revenge on a god?
Oriel himself may have been beyond my reach, but his influence on our world wasn't. All I needed was the blood of a vampire and his own weapon, Oriel's bow.
The blood of a vampire. Ariel's bow. It was you? You created that prophecy?
A prophecy that lacked a single final ingredient. The blood of a pure vampire. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor.
You're waiting all this time for someone with my blood to come along. Well, too bad for you. I intend on keeping it. Let's see if your blood has any power to it.
What trickery is this?
Where'd you come from?
Okay. That's no use to me. Let's grab that. Where'd she go? Oh, she's down there already. I'm not gonna give up the chance to loot that body at the very least.
So the deed has been done. The restoration of this way shrine means that Werther must be dead, and the betrayed no longer have control over him.
The betrayed weren't to blame.
What? What are you talking about?
He was a vampire. He controlled them.
A vampire? I see. That would explain much. Deep inside, it brings me joy that the betrayed weren't to blame for what happened here. Because that means there's still hope that they might one day shed their hatred and learn to believe in Oriel once again. It's been a long time since I felt that way, and it's been long overdue. My thanks to both of you. You risked everything to get Oriel's bow, and in turn, you've restored the Chantry. I can't think of a more deserving champion to carry it than you. If you wish to learn more about the bow, or obtain sun-hallowed arrows for it, I'd be more than happy to help. You've but to ask.
I don't know that I really want the bow, but I shall take it.
It's not as shiny as I was expecting. Still, it's beautiful.
What do we do now?
I think we both know. It's time to face my father. If we don't, he'll keep chasing us for the rest of our lives. I've been thinking about this for a long time. It's not easy, but I don't think we have much of a choice. No, this has to end here and now. If we head back to the castle and kick the front door in, we're gonna be knee-deep in his friends. Let's head back to Isran and let him see what we've got first. I'm betting he'll lend us a sword or two.
It's good to speak to you again. The bow was said to be carried by Oriel himself into battle against the forces of Lorcan in ancient and mythic times. Its craftsmanship has no equal anywhere within Tamriel, and possibly beyond. The bow draws its power from Aetherius itself, channeling it through the sun. Therefore, when an arrow is loosed from the bow, it produces a magical effect very similar to being burned by fire.
Emergency mute. Thank you, sorry.
That's actually only a fraction of its potential. With sun-hallowed arrows, you would be able to produce a much more spectacular effect, causing bursts of sunlight to envelop your foes. The sunbursts would certainly hurt anything, but is especially devastating to the undead. Well, using an arrow with the bow that's been dipped in blood may cause it to function differently, corrupting its purpose. That's, of course, if you're foolish enough to try it. While it would fill me with joy to see the Chantry back to its former glory, that time has long since passed. Now that my brother's dead, it's quite possible I'm the last of our kind. There's no need for that kind of talk. I said it was possible. It's also quite possible that there are some other isolated conclaves of snow elves, nestled elsewhere on Nirn. I'll also assume Vertha didn't exactly give you the option to stay your hand.
I also don't think that two brothers could somehow extend the snow elf race. I seem to remember my parents telling me some time ago about something like that, and I don't think it works if you have two males. Anyway.
For the time being, I will remain here on the Overlook and continue trying to keep the Sanctum free of the betrayed. You're always welcome to return here at any time, of course. While it would fill me with joy, now that my brother's dead, there's no need for... It's also I'll also assume, Vertha, for the time being, you're always welcome to return here at any time, of course. I feel nothing but sympathy for the betrayed, despite my actions against them. But I'm afraid that they're well beyond a cure at this point. The twisted forms you've seen didn't occur overnight. It isn't a plague or a disease that ravaged our species. The dwarves may have stolen their sight, but it took many generations for them to become what they are today. Perhaps they'll never return to their former appearance, but over the centuries, I've noticed a rise in their intellect. If a line of communication could be established with them, maybe they can find peace. It's the only way they'll discover that they weren't always malignant. They were once a proud and prosperous race. While it would fill me with joy to see that you back to its former glory, that time has long since passed. I trust you're faring well. I can actually assist you in that regard. If you were to bring me some good quality elven arrows, I could imbue them with the proper incantations and rituals. Absolutely. I can only do 20 at a time, so if you want the rest of your arrows blessed, let me know. Absolutely. I can only do 20 at a time, so if you want the rest of your... Absolutely. I can only do 20 at... Certainly. I can only do 20 at a... I'm afraid I'll need elven arrows if you want me to produce the sun-hallowed arrow.
I have 81.
And it seems you're all out of them at the moment.
Well, he says we can find our way back to him at some point, but I don't see how. because there's no marker on the map. Let's fast travel to Dawnguard. Let's do a full save while we're here. There we go.
You have Oriel's bow. I've heard it described in tales, but I could never have imagined its beauty. Watch me.
I haven't actually looked at it yet. 10 points of sun damage. Undead targets take triple damage. It only does 17 points. It's not that great as far as bows go. Like, that elven bow of expelling does just as much. That Forsaken bow, apart from the extra damage that does, you know, the 10 points of sun damage, you know.
Back. I've heard it described in tales, but I could never have imagined its beauty. Indeed, the day hasn't been won while Harkon still walks Tamriel. But what of Serana? Can she be trusted to lift a blade against her own kind, her own family? I suppose that's as much as I can hope for. Let me address the Dawnguard and then we'll be off. The men deserve to know that we finally gained the upper hand.
She's right there.
Everyone, gather round. Come on then, we haven't got all day. For too long, we've allowed these vampires to poison the night and kill our people. Now, we finally have the means to strike back. We now have Oriel's bow. The gods themselves have favored us, and we must answer with action. The time has come to finally put an end to Harkon and his unholy prophecy. We will march on their lair and destroy those wretched abominations so they can no longer corrupt our world. This is our fight, and this is our fate. This is the tide of the Dawnguard! Kill the abominations! This is it!
Between the eyes for me! Set the whole after that.
It's time we take the fight to their door. Gather your things and rest well, my friend. We meet outside Castle Volkahar. Keep your eyes open.
Okay. I'm taking that glass greatsword and putting it up at home. Okay. Because it's sort of on the way, we're going to fast travel back to the manor. Put a few things away. No, don't have any keys to put away. I think I'm going to have a lot of stuff to put in the chest for the moment. So, let's see. Ancient Falmer Crown. These are all light armor. Put all of this away. Let's put the no, let's come up here and put the do I have any filled soul gems? Nope. So we'll put the unfilled ones away. That one, those two. Drop all the food into the food barrel, which is just venison at this point. Oh, I forgot to do the books upstairs. Damn it. Didn't think I could put those away. And then down into the cellar. just realizing that I'm carrying around this crossbow at the moment. And it's really no good to me. Because if anything, I need to be using Oriel's bow right now. I have 81 sun-hallowed elven arrows. Do I have any other arrows? I don't think I'm going to have any in here. Upstairs. I mean, I could make some. I'm not sure what I could make. But, you know, what sort of arrows do I have in the chest here? Ancient Nordic that do 10. Dwarven arrows that do 14. No elven arrows. Falmer arrows that do 7. Forsworn that do 7. Iron that do 8. Steel that do 10. I mean, that should be more than enough. I'm going to try. Let's favour that, that, and that. Where was my log pile? My log pile's... I don't have an axe at my log pile. I don't think I've even got a wood chopping axe around anymore. I've got a feeling I sold it. Nothing in that chest. I mean, the only place I think I'd have one is down in the chest in here, because I don't have one on the weapon racks. There we go, I do have one. Let's see what it says. What can I make? I can make elven arrows if I have refined moonstone, or more dwarven arrows if I have dwarven ingots. So how much refined moonstone do I have? I got enough that I can make more arrows than I ever will need. No. What am I doing? It should just be this one fight. If I can't finish this fight... You mean, I'm only really going to use the bow on Harkin. To be honest. That's all I want to use the bow on. I somehow have nearly 25,000 gold on me. How the hell did I get that much gold? I've come back here and put, like, I think about 15,000 gold in my little chest. And somehow I have 24,900 gold or something on me. Hang on, I'm this side, aren't I? So we have 55,000 gold there. Great. Now, let's get this sorted. So, everything. Yeah. Let's favor that, put that into that group there. So that group has that. Now, if we go back to this, I also want to put in that in there. And quite frankly, I think I want that combination. Just because I want to be sure. Let's just grab those and let's recharge our sword to make sure it's up to full charge. Okay, let's do this. Let's finish it. That's right, that guy there trained the trolls. What have we got? Axeman, 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 Hammer. Whatever that is. If I... Maybe we'll talk to Israel.
We're done with this when none of them are left standing. Let's go.
Okay.
Who's there?
What was that?
Holy crap. I don't know what's been injuring me, but something has.
Skyrim!
Come on, let me in. Wow, I should have brought more gems.
Teach you to mess with me.
Because this bow loses its charge real quick.
Where'd you come from?
Is there any dead vampires here? None of them have soul gems. I really need soul gems. If I had known that it was going to be this bad, I would have made sure I had some before I left. Definitely not going to activate that chalice, that's for sure. Anyway, onward and upward, as it were.
Serana, my darling, I see you still favor keeping a pet.
You know why we're here.
Of course I do. You disappoint me, Serana. You've taken everything I provided for you and thrown it all away for this pathetic being.
Provided for me? Are you insane? You've destroyed our family. You've killed other vampires, all over some prophecy that we barely understand. No more. I'm done with you. You will not touch him.
So, I see this dragon has fangs. Your voice drips with the venom of your mother's influence. How alike you've become.
No. Because unlike her, I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore.
And you.
Is that supposed to be me?
It appears I have you to thank for turning my daughter against me. I knew it was only a matter of time before she'd return with hatred in her heart. A small price to pay for the betterment of our kind. Yes, yes, always the noble vampire hunter. And what happens when you've slain me? Is Valerica next? Is Serana? Of course, the prophecy. You've come here to stop me from taking Oriel's bow and shrouding the world in darkness. Yes, quite. I'm growing weary of speaking to you and my traitorous daughter. I'll give you a single chance to turn over the bow to me. There will not be a second. Very well, then. You leave me no choice.
Where'd he go? Serena's gargoyle. Crying out loud. Where'd he go? He's up there again. Serena, you and your bloody gargoyles. Where'd he go? Whew.
Well, now that's done. I'm not sure. I'll probably stay with the Dawn Guard for as long as they'll let me. They're respectable fighters, and I think they see the benefits of having a vampire on their side now. Of course, if you've got any more adventures planned. Suit yourself.
It's over. He's dead. And the prophecy dies with him. I suppose this is difficult for you.
I think my father really died a long time ago. This was just the end of something else. I did what needed to be done.
I think perhaps. I think you did more than that. You have my thanks. So, the beast is destroyed. Not only that, but Oriel's bow is in safe hands. The Dawn Guard will now be dedicated to safeguarding it, making sure that prophecy will never come to pass. You've served Skyrim well. Even with these vampires gone, the fight isn't completely over. Once we're settled back in at the fort, there will be more work to do. We'd be honored to have you join us.
Okay, I guess that's it for the Dawn Guard. Cool. So, a bit like the companions, once you've completed it, by the looks of it, you can still do more stuff with them, but I'm not assuming it's anything major. It's probably just go to this dungeon and clear out some vampires. Okay, let's head back out, see if there's anything else interesting on the way out. No, it still says you're going to steal from everywhere if you touch anything. A little bit annoying, but anyway. Considers it stealing if I take any of them. Whatever. Let's grab that. And I think we're done. Thanks, old crazy uncle. Oh, no more vampires. They're all done. As far as I can see, we have done the entire Dawn Guard questline. Now, I do feel, I don't know, I feel like I want to continue the main questline with this character at some point, but I also feel like I want to start on my test run of a quick run through of the main questline without lockpicking. And probably without alchemy as well. And I feel the best way to do that run through is to actually pause the stream for a minute or two and start That way, it will allow me to put it up as 2 different videos on YouTube. Because, as you're probably aware, I post most of my videos on YouTube as a way to keep them there for vanity. I was going to say prosperity, but it's vanity, really. Let's be honest. So, I think what I'm going to do is come back to the manor house. What's that time? 5:30. I need to put Oriel's bow somewhere. And we might just chuck the arrows for it in here. Where were they? I've only got 26 of them left. There we go. And then we've got a whole bunch of stuff here that we can just throw away. Yeah, don't need that. Don't need any of that. Oops. Let's get that ebony ingot out of there. Ooh, what does Harkon's sword do? Oh, that's all. I'll put it somewhere, probably downstairs, actually. That and that, that, and that. I want those torches back. Thank you. So, yeah, don't want to put any of that away. Don't want to put any of that away. Or that, or that. Although we might sell the dog meat, to be honest. I don't need to keep that. Or that. Oh, that's right. I wanted to check to make sure Good. I didn't pick up vampirism during that. So let's do a full save, and then I'm going to stop the stream, probably for about a minute or two. I'm just going to take a break, get a drink, come back, and then we're going to start our new playthrough. So the stream will be right back. If you're on YouTube, you'll have to catch this video in the next video when it gets released. Okay, be right back. Hang on.